Greetings, friends. Today is Friday, January 14, 2022. Last week, we spoke about being overwhelmed. I offered some practice of journaling and connecting with God through our heart and mind through writing down what we need, writing down, exploring a letter to ourselves of how we would offer ourselves support and advice we would give to ourselves. I hope that some of you took on that practice, and if not last week, maybe this week. And if you'd like to learn more about it, check out last week's video. But this week, I've been thinking about my stepfather, and many of you know I like to use a lot of words, and I was realizing that a lot of words that I use came from his very large vocabulary. And he had two words that he used a lot, liked to use a lot. Exacerbate and exasperate, right? Exasperate means to irritate, to be frustrated. I think we get that, right? We're definitely exasperated. And exacerbate is to make worse or to increase the bitterness of. So our exasperation has been exacerbated. I think that is a true statement. We're at a place where the frustration of people is just really heightened. And we are confused and tired and overwhelmed. And indeed, we feel a sense of our exasperation being exasperated, for sure. So I ran across recently a study from Kassel University in Germany. And the study is mentioned actually in the Dalai Lama's book, Lasting Happiness in a Changing World. And in the book, he mentions the study at the university, and where about photons, light particles, light waves, that are emitted from the chest of human beings. And that an average human being emits 20 photons, they're called, per second. Unless the human being is meditating on love and healing. And then it's 100,000 photons per second. That's a 5,000 increase. 5,000% increase from 20 photons per second to 100,000 photons per second. And then there's a variety of other pieces to it that are linked to healing and so on and so forth. And so, my friends, this is a type of prayer, a prayer that we have been doing, that we as Christians have been doing in other religious groups for a long time, of connecting to our heart center, that place wherein God resides. And we have the great commandment from Jesus to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And so in this time of feeling that our exasperation has been exacerbated, may we take on this practice. And let me teach you a way of embracing this practice of connecting to God's love. That we say that in this season of light, Emmanuel is with us, God with us, that God is already with us. God's energy, God's spirit is already alive within us. And so I invite you to take this practice on and to try it, here we go, every day for 5 to 10 minutes. Set a timer on your watch or phone or whatever. And as you sit, breathe, and you take a breath in, think to yourself, receiving love, or receiving God's love, coming from others and from God, and it's all connected. And then on the exhale, sharing love, offering love, giving love, whatever word works for you, but receiving love, sharing love. So you close your eyes, and if you want to put your hand on your heart, you can. Just keep them on your lap. That's fine too. But breathing in, thinking to yourself, receiving love, and focusing your attention here in your heart, and sharing love on the exhale. Receiving love, sharing love. And you could even use your hand, receiving love, sharing love. Breathing in, breathing out. And I suggest just doing it in a general way. And then maybe you could start adding people who you're sharing the love with. But for now, maybe just focus on receiving and sharing in general. Why do I share this practice now? Because we're at a time where people are frustrated, right? We're at a time where we need love ourselves, and all of our neighbors need it too, for certain. And so may we be a part of the loving solution that God has offered to us. And I know it may seem simplistically simple, but the place we have to start always, and you hear me say this again and again, is with ourselves. So my friends, I invite us to take on this practice this week of receiving the love that God is sending to us, and then for us to share the love. See, the guinea pigs here say that that's a good idea too. They're all about that. So my friends, may you be well this week. May you receive God's love. May you love your neighbor as you love yourself. God bless.